This is Olena. And I'm Isaac. And we are the Travel Bug Bite. Olena was born in Kiev, Ukraine, and raised in Prague, Czech Republic, where we met and got married. We spent 3 years exploring Europe from Prague, 2 years exploring Asia from Shanghai, that's Mount Everest, then 10 months frantically navigating New York City. Finally, we settled in my home state of Rhode Island with 2 doggos and 2 turtles. To follow our adventures of near and far, subscribe to the Travel Bug Bite today.
Hey everyone, we're here with on our 5th day with Brewsy, or Brewsy, Brewsy, whatever. I'm gonna say Brewsy because it sounds cool. Anyway, we had 3 different kinds of juice. We had our white grape juice, which we called wibbly wobbly grapey wapey stuff. We had our cranberry plus, which is cranny McCran face. And we had our apple orange pineapple, which is pina Hawaiiana. Anyway, the first 3 days after we put the yeast in and did the whole process that you can see in our previous videos, we transferred them to the fridge with the caps on, just like that. We kept them there for 2 more days. So ostensibly, you're supposed to have 3 bottles of wine out of 1 packet if your bottles are 2 quarts like these. So 1.5 gallons of wine in just 5 days for about $6 or $7, which is insane if this actually works. We mentioned in the last video that when we tasted it 2 days ago, it tasted kind of like young wine or Burschak or Federweizen in Germany. Burschak is from the Czech Republic. So now we're about to find out if it really tastes like wine. If you look at the bottom, it's got quite a bit of sediment there.
Especially this one, but this is
this one.
pineapple.
They said, yeah, you're supposed to kind of swirl it around every few hours when if you happen to be home for 3 days when it's first brewing. But apparently, all you really have to do is, it kind of sticks to the bottom. So even if I have it upside down, you can still see it. So you could just pour this into another container if you wanted to, and you could keep pouring it into different containers until there's less and less and less sediment, but it's not harmful. So as long as it tastes okay, there's no reason to really do that. So without further ado, 5 days after these things have been have started to ferment, here we go. Let's commence with the taste test. Where shall we begin? White grape juice seems like a logical place to begin because theoretically white grape juice should yield white wine. And what I'm concerned about a little bit is that we took 1 Brewsy package, which is supposed to make at the same time 1.5 gallons of wine, but we separated it. And I think there's some combinations of stuff in there that could have messed with it a little bit when we divided it. So I'm curious to see if it's okay to split it up like that. So let's see. Ooh, smells like white wine. 2 days ago it smelled like young wine. So this is, I don't know. I'm hopeful.
And it's not bubbling anymore.
All right. Let's try this. Yeah, you're right. When I first opened it, it went kss, and it bubbled. And then I took off the cap, and it settled down. Still tastes like Burschak.
Yes.
Yeah, Olena's happy about that because she loves Burschak. It's impossible to say what the alcohol content of this is. There are devices apparently that you can buy that do measure it. But anyway, it tastes like white Burschak, young wine, which you can get in many parts of Europe. The Czech Republic, it's called Burschak, and in Germany, it's called Federweizen, and there's probably 1,000 names for it. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't taste like a bottle of wine you can buy at the store. Anyway, let's try the red one, which is cranberry. I don't even know if I've ever had wine that was infused in any way with cranberries.
I think we did at Leyden.
Yeah, we might have had it
Leyden
before.
Farms.
Yeah, maybe at like a local vineyard we had it once, but it's definitely not common. See, look at the carbonation. I find that kind of strange because it's not supposed to carbonate that much. Might have something to do with the amount of sugar. If you saw in our last video, we kind of messed up the sugar amounts. While that settles, I'm going to shake up the apple orange pineapple, pina Hawaiiana. I'm going to open that one. That one also bubbled up quite a bit.
I don't think you're supposed to shake them.
All right, yeah, but I'm trying to get the sediment to, anyway. So here we go with the red, with the cranberry. Let's try that one. I have a feeling it's going to be the same situation, where it tastes like a cranberry young wine. Oh my God. This is so good. I did not like that last one. I love this one. That one I would have drunk to just kind of be like, I'm having a drink and yeah, okay, it's okay. This one, I'll sip this all night tonight. This is really good. So for the record, this is Cranberry Plus by Langers. They don't have a lot of artificial flavors and stuff like that. But I think this might have had to do with the fact that we kind of actually followed the sugar recommendation on this one. So anyway, definitely, like, I would be very surprised if the third one, if the apple, orange, pineapple tops that. That was really good.
Especially since pineapple is not recommended.
Pineapple, yeah. So pineapple is actually not recommended. It's not, I don't know if you've noticed that when you go to the store, you don't actually usually see pineapple wine. And that's because really, really citrusy things are not very good for winemaking. You don't usually see orange wine or lemon wine, as long as it's, I think they said less than like 60% citrus. 40% citrus, it's okay. But I guess that pineapple and orange and things like that are never less than 40% citrus because they literally are citrus. So anyway, without further ado, let's see how this one works. Now this smells very different than the other two. This one smelled like the young wine. This one smelled like normal wine. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so let's see. It tastes like a tiny bit like a mimosa because it's got, you know, the orange and the alcohol in it, but obviously it's not enough like a mimosa to be a replacement, obviously, but I kind of enjoy it. It's okay. This one I really didn't like. I did not like the straight white grape juice. Who would have thought? I thought that would have been the most obvious one that would be the most like wine. I loved the cranberry one. That was like, it tastes like something you want to drink. And this one it's very watery. I don't know if it's something to do with our process, but it only has the slightest hint of juicy flavor. And it doesn't, to be honest, it doesn't actually taste that alcoholic, and I think that's maybe because of the pineapple aspect. So if you're ever shopping for juices when you get Brewsy, stay away from pineapple and super citrusy stuff like orange juice, lemon, all that kind of stuff.
So do we like Brewsy?
We love Brewsy. This is so cool. I don't care if all three of these failed. I would not have regretted this purchase. It's super cool to try and experiment with these processes. Obviously, yeah, it's not like we're making our own wine. You know, I'm not mixing the yeast. I'm not doing all the work. But, you know, the fact that you're able to just do something like this and you know, take some juice, put some powder in it and put it in your closet and it's wine 5 days later, that's kind of awesome. So, Brewsy is one of a kind. I've never heard of anything like this. So if you think this would be fun for you, then take a look at the link in the in the description, and hopefully you can get something as amazing as this cranberry wine, Cranny McCranface. Cheers. So thanks for watching our videos in our crazy journey over the past few days. Next, we're gonna move beyond juice and try to make a hard cider. In European cultures, cider is pretty much synonymous with alcohol. All ciders are hard, but here in America, most of the time, you know, you buy cider for kids. And we're gonna get some cider, some non-alcoholic cider, and we're gonna do this same process and see if we can make us some Angry Orchard or something like that. So subscribe to the Travel Bug Bite to see more about that, and it should be fun. And definitely get yourself some Brewsy.